The Italian migration started in 1948 and was still prevalent in the late 1960s. The migrants proceeded in a way called chain migration. Chain migration involved people from a particular town settling in the same place in Australia. Migrants did this as a form of security to ease their transitions as new arrivals. Even pre-migration, family was an essential part of Italian life. Even though Italians migrating to Australia who worked extremely long hours would dedicate Sundays to a day with the family. This is why it was essential that the father and son worked hard in order to migrate the rest of their family across. It was the introduction of the Italian migrant scheme in 1951 which gave migrants the ability to relax, knowing that the government would pay for fares and accommodation in migration hostels in exchange for several years of work. This gave the families peace of mind that their relatives and loved ones would be here in Australia. With little English language knowledge and familiarity with their new country, Italians naturally sought security by congregating with other Italians. From the earliest periods of Italian migration to Australia, Italians created associations and clubs. As most Italian migrants came from rural towns, many engaged in agricultural activities in Australia. In the 1950s and 1960s, Italians worked as market gardeners on the outskirts of Sydney. When Italy entered the war in June 1940, all Italians in Australia were considered enemies. Restrictions were placed on Italians and over 4,000 were arrested and interned in camps. This increased to the disconnection that they felt. The Italian migration started in